Hello everybody and welcome to a new series that I've been calling Sand Reviews. Today I'm going to be reviewing a game that I've had quite a long time into my childhood, and it is called Shadow the Hedgehog. Like many people, when the first ever trailer debuted for this game, I seriously thought this was an April Fool's joke. The concept just plain bizarre. Shadow the Hedgehog packing heat. Why? What's with the whole renegade or hero gimmick? Didn't establish that he's at most an anti-hero? I mean, like, he does heroic things, but... and they just completely forget about all that. I mean, come on. But other than that, let's get into the plot. Shadow begins standing into the rise, and beginning the question is passed into exactly this Maria character is. But before Shadow can potentially get the answer as Rouge or anybody else for that matter, aliens. Fuck Christ. The leader of the group, Black Doom, consults with Shadow, tells him to bring in the seven cows emeralds as promised. Shadow, realistically, has no idea what the fuck he's talking about, but instead of answering suspicions, he just disappears, causing some random explosions around Shadow. But nothing else to do, no one to rely on, except all the other heroes in the Sonic universe. Shadow makes this his goal to collect the seven cows emeralds and find the answer to his past. From then, that's where the whole hero or renegade thing comes into play. Like, out of 20... No, once you begin this, or your journey will start in West Stop, in which you will complete one of three missions, either the neutral, dark, or hero mission. Depending on mission and pathway you take, it will lead you to a different ending of that pathway. So, it's up to you. Will you ally yourself with Black Doom and take over the world? Will you go solo or remain neutral to the rest of the playthrough? Or will you team up with the good eyes opponent and the Black Doom scheme? Well, in the end, folks, that doesn't mean a goddamn thing, because as the last statement that has Shadow ultimately stop Black Doom's plans and save the world was probably the worst or to ever enter its way into the franchise, making the entire concept of the game entirely worthless. Why would they do that? I mean, why make us think our truth is matter in the grand scheme of things and like completely nullify them with the last officially canon to the Sonic universe? I mean, what? What about the people who wanted an evil Shadow the Hedgehog? Don't those people's choices matter too? What's worse is that even without the final story, Shadow the Hedgehog's story is all over the place. Depending on pathway, Shadow can be an evil tyrant, an outright douchebag, your typical anti-hero, a confused creature that seriously thinks he's a robot, or a heroic hedgehog. You want to know the best thing about these endings are? They're non-canon. Yes. The 10 endings you get in Shadow the Hedgehog are non-canon, except for the last story that you unlock after completing all of those 10 non-canon endings, which is completely stupid, because why couldn't they have us travel all the stages in one run? It would have made much more sense in this do 6 things of them. It would have made more sense in this traveling 6 things of them at a time. It's completely ass backwards. But other than that, let's now cover the gameplay. Like I said, you'll begin your journey and will stop us once you start a new story. Alright, Shadow then begins falling onto the ground. Now, once you begin with Stopless, however, you start on your first checkpoint. Checkpoints are usually what they are. Alright. However, in this game, when you find multiple checkpoints, you can warp back into other checkpoints that you set off. Now, let's cover the Chaos and Hero meter. Depending on the type of legion you destroy, your hero or evil gauge will fill up. You destroy anything that represents good, you'll fill up your evil energy. You destroy anything that represents evil, fills up your hero meter. When one of the gauges are filled up, Shadow will begin to perform one of two abilities, Chaos Blast and Chaos Control. Chaos Blast allows Shadow to create a huge explosion around him, destroying everything and everyone around him. However, Chaos Control works a little bit differently. When you use Chaos Control, while Shadow in the flight of stages at incredible speed, Chaos Control, however, isn't really that useful unless your only goal is to find a certain amount of objects. Like, say for example, you start in West Stopless and the hero mission is destroy 45 by the Black Aliens. Once you fill up your hero meter, then zipping to the last stage is the last thing you want to do, because you have to manually search for all of those objects. objects. No radar, no map. Yeah, you're completely on your own with looking for all the objects depending on the mission you're playing. And you want to know what my favorite pathway is? The neutral pathway. Why? Because I only have to go to the gold ring and bam, right into the next stage. Lather, rinse, and repeat. Lather, rinse, repeat. Now, the thing about Shadow the Hedgehog is that there are 10 non-canon endings, but a single playthrough will only have you travel through 6 stages. However you get to the 10 endings is all up to you. However you get to all the 10 endings is up to you. So, like, if for example, I want to do the true hero pathway, but I don't want to do the hero mission on West Stop, so I'll just complete the neutral mission on West Stop, and I'll do the hero mission and click the can, and get myself back on the right track. So I complete the neutral mission for West Stop, and then I go to the hero mission and click the can, and then I had to kill a certain amount of aliens anyway. Then again, even more than what I had to kill the West Stop guy. But even if the mission is like fun, I need destroying a certain amount of objects, it's shit like finding top secret discs or bombs to set up. I hate shit like this. I hate shit like that. Now, once you complete 6 stages, you have one of 2 choices. There is no neutral mission when you get to the 6th stage. Your only choice is between the dark mission and the hero mission. Depending on what mission you complete, it will lead you to a different boss of that ending. Once you defeat the boss of that ending, you get one of 10 non-canon endings, which shows Shadow getting all the Chaos Emeralds, and or completing that story. Once you complete. Now you may be asking yourself, how do I get to the other ending? Well, it's simple. You just gotta complete 6 more stages, get to the last stages you played previously to get easily for that other that you got for the other ending, and play the other mission at the other ending. It's so stupid. No, why does the game have a last story segment? Like, can't I just be happy with the story and just move on? No, I can't, because not only does my story suck ass, it isn't legit because of the fucking last story. My fucking Christ, man. But other than that, the gameplay of Shadow the Hedgehog is good. Mainly when you have the guns. When you defeat certain enemies who have weapons in their hands, they'll drop that weapon, and they'll drop the weapon on the ground, therefore leaving it there for you to pick up and use for yourself. Once you pick up a gun, you can then press the B on to fire bullets in that gun, though you have a certain amount because guns have limited amounts of ammo. If you want to refill the ammo on that gun, you want to refill the ammo on that gun, you just gotta collect the same type of gun to increase the ammo count so you can have more bullets to shoot. The guns make taking out enemies extremely easy, because they easily go down in like 1 or 2 bullets. No, let's go back to the chaos meter. The one thing about the chaos here is that the two benefits of the hero and dark meters is that once a completely filled, Shadow is not only impervious to damage, but he also has infinite ammo until the meter runs out. That's the only benefit I see helpful with the meters under the Chaos Blast and Chaos Control. Well, which are not really that useful. Now let's get into the last story. Once you complete the 10 non-canon endings, the last story will unlock. Once you begin the last story, where Shadow will have all the chaos over in his grasp, while Black Doom just hovering about there right in front of him, telling him to give him the Chaos Emeralds, but then the rest of the heroes come over and tell him not to give him the Chaos Emerald. And it was because a certain thing happened 50 years ago, in a spaceship called the Space Colony Ark. See, the thing with Black Doom is that he met with Dr. Eggman's grandfather, Gerald Robot, and he made a deal with him, telling him that he'll be able to deliver the 7 cast. And it was to him. This is what led to the creation of Shadow the Hedgehog, to fulfill Gerald's purpose of delivering the chaos almost the Black Doom. But because of Gerald's deal with Black Doom, it led to the gun soldiers killing all of the researchers on the process and shutting down the Ark, and therefore killing Maria. Yeah. But however, let's go back to the neutral playthrough. Once you complete any mission of Westopolis, we get another cutscene showing us, introducing us to the commander of gun vendetta against Shadow. Now you may be asking yourself, who the hell is this gun commander, and why should I care? Apparently, he was a child of the Archer years ago who saw the creation of Shadow and personally blamed him for Maria's death. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was just the bullet. I'm pretty sure it was just the mail turned up with the bullet in Maria's bag, but to make matters even more confusing, he's the commander of Gun, the same people who killed his best member in the first place. Not only that, but if he has been a vendetta against Shadow for quite a long time, then why was Sonic arrested in Sonic Adventure 2 to begin with? Anyway, you wanna know why? Color blindness. That's why. Anyway, back to the last story. Wait, after once Black Doom warps the Black Comet to the Earth's surface, everyone gets to feel the tremor of the Black Comet. Begins to feel the tremor of the Black Comet at the Earth's surface. Once everybody getting ready to fight, however, they become frozen from an invisible gas that filled the room, causing them to get paralyzed. Shadow, however, is on a as he begins to pursue Black Doom to try and put an end to his plans once and for all. Saying that he's put the past behind him and none of that matters anymore. This is when the Last Way stage begins. Anyway, yeah, that's what the stage is called, the Last Way. You either love that title or you hate that title. It's up to you. Once the Last Way stage begins, you have 10 minutes to get to where Black Doom is. Where Black Doom is at the end of the stage. Fail to fail. Once you get to him, another cutscene will activate. Another cutscene will activate. They will Black Doom and trying to brainwash Shadow because for some reason he tells them that they're one and the same. His blood is inside of him, which is kind of weird, but that's what the game is telling us. Meanwhile, Team Chaos is just to retrieve an old video of the General Panic telling Shadow that the Eclipse Cannon would be used for the sole purpose of destroying the Black Comet. So they'll return in 50 years. After that, Shadow is to become unaffected after the Black Doom's brainwashing, and he tries to attack him, but then he ends up warping away. Shadow then begins to use the Chaos Elements to become Super Shadow. Now, this is when the fight with Devil Doom begins. And he just comes right the fuck out of nowhere with no transformation sequence in between. And we're just presenting to him right then and there. This is when the fight begins. And when the fight begins, as you know already, you're Super Shadow, which means you completely but you have a ring count that counts down as the fight goes on. Once the counter hits 0, once the counter of rings hits 0, you transform back into regular Shadow, and then you plummet and fall to your death, therefore losing a life. The only way you're gonna deal damage to Devil Doom is that you attack the eye on the monster by using Chaos Spear. In order to use Chaos Spear, you can either rapidly tap the B button to fire a little small shot to Chaos Spear, or you can hold the B button longer and longer to charge up an extremely powerful shot. The Chaos Spear, however, has a weird auto aim to it, because sometimes he'll aim for the eye, sometimes he'll just aim for the debris surrounding Devil Doom, and sometimes he'll even use his wings to block the Chaos Spear projectiles, and you won't be able to hit his eye, but you'll be able to destroy the wings, therefore rendering them useless. Once Devil Doom is defeated, he falls down and completely dies. And then another cutscene activates where Shadow teleports the Black Comet back into outer space, and then the Eclipse Cannon blasts That's it. Therefore, destroying it, or saving the world. Right. Then more and more cutscenes and one cutscene, where the military realizes that they were wrong about Gerald, really, and one cutscene activates where the military realizes that they were wrong about Gerald and they should honor his legacy. But hello, that is the same man that programmed the art of all into the earth as a retaliation for the military killing his granddaughter. Yeah, sure, Gunn was still wrong for doing so, but that man was going to wipe all humanity as an act of revenge. He's no saint. He shouldn't be honored. Why was the story even necessary in the first place? This is just boring. God damn it. Let's just get this on. Once the Black Comet is destroyed and the military realizes they were wrong about Gerald, and they feel like they should honor his legacy, Shadow begins standing in the space colony, arm holding a picture, telling himself goodbye to himself. So, is he abandoning himself? Is he abandoning himself completely, or is he just saying, goodbye to another Shadow the Hedgehog? We're never told that. But other than that, the game is good. Is kind of good as a whole. The only main thing I have a problem with is the story, because of those 10 non-canon endings. Because it doesn't make sense why you would go for them at all. Because they're not even canon to the Sonic universe except for the last story. It doesn't make sense at all. But now to leave you guys off. That was my review of Shadow the Hedgehog. Be sure to like and subscribe. If you want to see more videos like this, leave suggestions in the comments section. On what videos I should do next. And next time I will see you for the review of Sonic Heroes. Goodbye. Oh yeah, and Shadow's not actually a robot. If you spend 9 minutes in the fight with Double Doom, A-Man will cut that out telling you the exact same Shadow from Sonic Adventure 2. But there you go. Jesus, why? Because wait, that outlaw to give us an important plot element. And Jesus Christ!